Welcome to Adventurers and Artists, a Dungeons and Dragons podcast with a musical twist. Right, so last time, guys, you saw Gold of Zal, Bard Extraordinaire, catch the attention of Orc Chief, Chog, and she took him away. And now you see her and the Orc riders cantering in the distance of the desert. What do you do?
As I chased after them, trying to catch up with them, I'm kind of just sat in the sand, just silent anger, waiting for the rest of everyone to catch up.
Yeah, and I guess as you're sort of sitting in the sand, I will, with Zarusk, sort of catch up on the cart, riding our way down, and sort of sidle up next to you. I get out the cart and just sort of kneel down, mate, it's okay, we'll get him. It's all right, it's fine. We'll get him back. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be good.
We're
gonna be okay.
We will 100% get him back.
Are you okay?
I'm getting there. I've got a couple things to work out. He was going to help me work them out, and now he's gone. So I'm going to work these out in a few walks, I feel like.
Zrusk, what are you doing?
I am silently musing that this is the work of the gods, who have sent these orcs to teach Gould a lesson with his nefarious bardic ways.
I mean, technically this makes Gould your brother-in-law?
No, because she hasn't married him yet.
Well, I don't know. I suppose you guys don't know where that's going to end up. But as you're watching the orc horde cantering in the distance, you spot them veering really quite hard to the right, and still not fleeing because they're not running away from you, but
they should be.
But veering to the east. And then back round. And you spot a peak on the dunes that you think is probably a good place where they're going to end up arriving at.
If you want to go get these folks, with you on that, if you need to deal with whatever you need to deal with, here for you on that. Get in the cart, we'll chase those down and we'll sort this out as a unit, as a team, as folks who have known each other for quite some time now.
Yes, and not until 3 or 4 days. Yeah, I'm going to kind of climb back in the cart and be truly follow. And not the way you did last time, I mean, actually follow. You can't miss this massive tracks in the sand. Go.
Okay, I will roll on her behalf because she's not very good at this whole carting business, and she's going to roll horribly low. So she's going to go yay, and the camels are going to half-heartedly, go into a little trot, and then they're going to stop, and then you're all going to feel the cart become stuck in the sand.
Mr. Carl, I swear to Christ, if you do not help us here, I sort of get out of the cart, I look around the wheels and sort of see what we're stuck on.
Can you do a perception check, please?
I could try. 11.
You step off the cart, and you immediately notice that your foot starts sinking into the sand.
Guys, help.
And as you help, you see that the camels and the cart are also sinking into the sand.
Of all the times, of all the places, now is not the time to get stuck in quicksand.
Didn't choose to.
I'm just grabbing on his lapels, just Zrusk, buddy, Mr. Mountain of Muscle, you want to pick this guy up?
I reach out with a single mighty hand and yank the cleric from the...
You try to yank the cleric. You are going to need to roll.
Free me.
9.
I don't know why, but for some reason the cleric feels extra heavy today. And it's actually what you feel is you feel like you're being sucked down. The sand is pouring.
Enveloping my body.
And enveloping your body.
Right.
And Zrusk is coming with you because he's still holding on to you. He just can't pull you out. So Nazras, you're also sinking into the sand.
As soon as like I see you like start to sink, I just quickly let go of you. He's like, I don't know what to do.
I think he's holding on to you actually.
Oh, yes, a point.
I'm not sure where he's holding. Maybe a horn or a
Just on the head in general.
the head, just like grabbed with his giant half-orc hand.
I was thinking of a shoulder, actually. But
Okay, shoulder. That's fair.
I wouldn't want to remove the head.
That's fair.
But we want to get ahead in the game.
Ooh. Right, Magnus, what are you doing?
Just slightly aghast at the entire situation of just why is everything going wrong at the same time?
Why indeed?
What do I have that might help? Let's have a look. If I cast spider climb on him, would he be able to climb his way out of the sand?
I think he has a shot.
Just gonna gently boop on the nose and cast spider climb. Like up, 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 up. We are far too late already. I am not having any of this. We have an annoying bard to go and save.
Cool. In that case, I will try and scrabble with the imbued spider climb up onto the cart.
Okay, so you can roll a dex save for that. Or athletics check, sorry. Acrobatics or athletics if you want.
Sure. Nat 20.
Beautiful. Yeah. So you are able to, even though the sand is moving very quickly down, you are able to clamber up and get on top of the cart again. And you know, this feels good. You've managed to get out of the quicksand. Except that the entire cart is sinking, and everybody is going down with it. And pretty soon, you're falling through the air. Can everybody make a dex save, please?
I would like you to grab onto the crib as I'm falling to kind of like cushion it when that lands.
Okay.
Because
Good,
there's a small child that's going to stop a war in there. So
Yes.
kind of need to protect
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
A dex check, what did you say?
Yeah, dex save.
Oh, dex save, that's going to be a 20 in total then.
20.
10.
10.
I got 7.
But because you got your nat 20 before, I'll say that maybe you're sticking to Magnus or something.
I'm just
Maybe
like
you
on your back.
Yeah, you literally, your hand is on his back, like you're stuck to him and falling really weird, but it's still sort of helping you out.
Like
So I'll let you,
twist myself.
I'll let you roll with advantage.
This is not why I intended when I let you climb
It's a
up
15.
walls.
You're so muscular and strong. It's
I'm
like
a
you're
person,
there.
not an object.
Okay. You know, the camel's actually rolled better than you, except for one who's going to break his legs, unfortunately. As you land and crash on in a dark room, and the sand continues to fall over you. And as you look up, you can see the hole where the sand is just still pouring in, and then eventually it just kind of goes into a trickle and stops being sand on your forehead. But everybody is going to take. Everybody is going to take 10, 16, 20, 24 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall.
Even with the unnatural 20.
If you got 10 or above, you'll take half damage.
Can I take half again? Because I got like an actual decent roll.
Was it a natural 20?
It was an unnatural 20.
If it was, unfortunately, unless it's a natural 20, no, you're going to have just half damage. But you're going to look quite cool when you land, like you only just mildly sprain your ankle.
While I have a cleric stuck to my back and a child in my arms.
Exactly.
Can I roll like a nature check or a perception check to see if any of this is like vaguely familiar to me in terms of like previous experiences in like the wild and stuff?
Okay.
You make a habit of falling into quicksand.
No, but I have friends.
Is this your fault? that
No,
we're in the
but
quicksand.
I have friends who may or may not be in like they do similar.
So there's a whole club of
trickery.
you back where you come from that go in the quicksand.
Yes, there is, and I saw like looking back, I was like, yes, Zrosk, that is entirely what happens.
You have strange hobbies.
We, us
Mordecai.
tieflings have some, so to say, strange cultures and customs as part of our society, shall we say.
So be it.
Right. Truly lands on her feet quite easily. She sprains her wrist. The two camels, who knows how they managed to roll extremely high, but they did. Two of them are okay, but one of them lands awkwardly on all fours, and there's a crunch as their as their legs crack under the weight. And I don't really know what noise camels make when they're hurt, but it's making a very hurt, sad
I'm going
noise.
to go over to the camels and just put a few sort of. Can I do just a straight medicine check to try and like mend their wounds? Or,
Yeah. So first of all, you were going to do a different type of check.
Yes, nature or perception
nature
based
or perception. Yeah, go
Cool.
for it. Perception, I'd say.
on. Ooh, that's a 21.
Right, Eric, you two can make perception checks if you want to as well. So you look around, and this is not the kind of temple you're used to seeing, but you are definitely in a temple.
Okay.
There are spiral marks all along the wall, relief carved into the wall.
Okay.
There are strange tentacle-like creatures. What languages do you speak?
Infernal, Celestial, Elvish, Druidic, Sylvan, and Common.
Wow, it's quite the linguist. And
Abyssal, Common, Elvish, Dwarvish, Goblin.
you speak?
Common.
Brilliant.
That's basically it.
Okay, so you don't actually recognise the language that's written on the walls, but if you did a religion check, you could try and figure out what this temple is.
I'd like to
And-
cast Comprehend Language and just read it.
Of course, yes, you can do that.
Just, what does it say?
You see the Temple of the Deeps written in great big scary letters. You can't identify languages, can you?
No, but I just read it.
Okay, so you also read things pretty much along the same veins. The deep one will rise again, and we all hail the deep one. And then you see, you know, as you're looking around, you're in this. You just feel a very still, quiet, evil energy.
Hey guys, how many of you remember, you know, those creepy bedtime stories about big tentacled beasts coming from another dimension and like absorbing the world? Were you a fan of those as a child growing up?
I feel like you had a severely traumatizing childhood.
Oh, that was great. Long story short, that bedtime story, we're in it right now. This temple, I mean, I hope you like tentacles and like eldritch horror and just unhappy things, because that's where we are right now, ladies and gentlemen.
It's gonna be fine. We've dealt with worse than this, possibly. I don't know. You've dealt with dragons. You know dragons. You can deal with tentacles. What are tentacles compared to dragons? Like, easy. It's fine.
It's just a heathen temple. It has to hide under the sands from the sun. Can't be that serious.
The fact that it's hidden is more alarming than anything else right here.
It means they're afraid and weak.
Sure, buddy, sure.
Did you guys make perception rolls?
Yes, 21.
21 and Zrusk?
6.
6. Zrusk, I'm not really sure what you're doing, but paying attention to your surroundings is not it, I'm afraid. And Magnus, you see as the dust of the sand settles in the room, you see you look around. You've read the walls. You see that on the outside wall there is a moat, and the water looks quite deep. And then on the north side, you see a doorway that's been destroyed. So there's like splintered bits of rock or stone where the great stone doors were, and you can just glimpse stairs going upwards.
Would we like to take a swim or go upstairs?
Does it look like the doors have been like broken outwards or inwards? Like someone's trying to get in or someone's trying to get out?
It looks like they've been broken inwards. Sorry.
Right, okay.
But you don't think there's anything. It's more because that's how the stuff fell on it.
Alright, fair dues, fair dues.
There's like rocks and rubbles on the stairway,
Yeah, okay.
which is why it's partially out of your sight.
I mean, depends on your preference. I could try and cast water breathing on you folks if you wish to swim, but I would prefer to stay as dry as possible for the duration of our travels.
I'm first going to go over to the water, kind of like, does it look just like natural water? Does it look kind of stagnant or just generally unhappy?
Do a survival check.
Yes, I will. Where is survival on here? That's a 21.
It looks pretty natural. There's nothing obviously dangerous about it other than it's water and you can drown in water.
Just gonna golden up my arm just in case, can like swirl it around a little bit. Just nothing try and eat me.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Well, seeing that we've been in the desert.
Your arm is wet.
Well, seeing that we've been in the desert a couple of days, I'm kind of like just take a bit of drink and like splash it on my face. Just cool down a little bit.
And it's sweet, refreshing, tasty water. The sweetest, most refreshing water you have ever tried.
Okay. I'm calm. I'm not furious at the bard. I'm not furious at the orcs. I'm not even furious at the situation. Let's just go. Let's just get back and I guess walk to a tribe full of angry orcs to save a bit of a womanizer so he can tell me what he read in my head. Sound like a plan? Also with a kitten toe.
And the gnome.
Yeah, she's truly useless at this point.
I think this may be a good time to pause. We have water, we have shelter. We've just fallen down a well in the desert.
As much as I'd love to agree with you, because that is a solid, excellent point, I kind of need that bard alive, and the longer we leave it,
Oh,
the
she's not
less-
going to kill him.
yeah, but the less whole he might be.
Also, the whole sun and moon and child,
Less, like a
cursed
week,
child.
was it? A week?
Yeah,
To
so we
save
got
the
a week.
world or to save this area
Yeah.
from going into war again. The thing I've been trying to stop for the longest time. I'm still annoyed at your dad. I won't lie. Mr. Warmonger Dad over there. We'll put a pin in that. We'll put a pin in that. Let's go. Do you want to sleep? Do you want to go? What are we doing? What are we doing, Zrosk?
We have a short rest
Fine. Okay.
where we take stock and decide what to do next. And enjoy the water. And give thanks to the gods for this blessing.
We also have a camel to snack on if it comes to it.
We're not snacking on the camel. No. You touch that camel. Don't touch the camel.
What you gotta do, cleric?
And actually, this is where you can do your medicine check. As you approach the camel, the very, very hurt camel.
Hey, that is a lot. 25.
Okay.
You're going to heal the camel, apparently.
All 4 of the poor animal's legs are broken. It's going to need a lot to heal up.
By a lot, do you mean, say, 4 blasts of cure wounds, mayhaps?
I mean, unless you have a way of making splints. I beg your pardon. For the camel's legs, you're going to struggle to get this beast to even move.
There's
It's
probably
in
a
too much
lot
pain.
of cartwood still around.
I know you're a healer, and healing things what you do. That's wasted effort, in the nicest way. Just the kindest thing to do, rather than try and heal something that physically can't walk and get out of here, is probably just put it out its misery.
As you say that, I have a moment internally, sort of mini flashback kind of thing. Like you see my eyes just sort of glaze over a little bit, and then that lasts for a good 30 seconds, and then back in the room is yep, you have a point. You can do it then. And I just sort of move to Zrosk. It's a hit point, short rest, really good idea. I quite hurt my ankle in that fall. But I feel like we need to push. You're a strong man. You've done more than this. You can push on. You know that you have the power to do the right thing. And the right thing right now is to keep going. We know this.
I think we found a new bard.
Well, I disagree.
Are you going to roll persuasion?
Am I? I will attempt.
Yeah.
A 16?
You want to do a charisma save against that?
I will. 16 plus 3, 19.
That's fair.
It's a very rousing speech. And
Yeah.
the camels are super into it, and so is little Truly. But unfortunately, Zrosk is unmoved. Is there a reason why your character has been determined to stay here and take stock?
Well, I'm on half health. And this seems like a great opportunity to get a bit of health back.
Okay.
And two, you're asking me to either walk into a dangerous temple full of all kinds of weird stuff, or go after a potentially hostile clan of orcs, if Gould says the wrong thing.
Okay.
When Gould says
And
the
he
wrong
will
thing.
100% say the wrong thing. So yes, you are on a timer on all fronts. Okay, so you're refusing to move forward. Magnus, you're about to
End a camel.
end the camel.
Just gonna walk over and go. I'm sorry, buddy. You did good. You did good.
It looks up at you with sad camel eyes,
Here, just
as if it knows you're about to end its life.
just have a sleep. You wake up tomorrow nice and rested. And I'm gonna just kind of cradle its head, and while holding it kind of like this, just.
Can you just roll deception on the lie that you're telling us?
Well, I'm about to cast Eldritch Blast with both hands on its head.
Yeah, but still roll deception. I want to know if the camel reacts to it.
Well, it's a natural 1.
That poor camel, its last moments are going to be in abject terror as it absolutely feels what you're about to do to it. Go on.
Good night, sweet prince, and just all like 3 blasts of Eldritch Blast just into its head.
And the creature instantly dies. The other camels are very uneasy right now.
I'm gonna look at you're fine, Mordecai. You do the to animals. They're fine. They can still walk. A lost cause.
Can I hear like what the other animals like are feeling? For instance, like, can I gain what they're sort of?
Well, the
from
fact that
their
they're very
guttural
jittery
noises?
and they make
Yeah.
and they kind of sniff their companion.
Right.
Yeah, they're not happy about this.
Yeah.
So now you've got a dead camel in your midst. Truly is instantly trying to skin it and cut bits of it off.
And I'm the monster.
Obviously agitating the camels even more. And yeah, what are you guys doing now?
Zrusk is an unmovable mountain. We should rest.
You haven't tried to move him, so.
I know better than with my feeble limbs to move this hulk of a man. So I'm going. Yeah, I'll just sit down next to him and just be like, "If you want a short rest, get yourself back to your spirits. We can do that."
Okay. Is that what you were all deciding to do? Okay, so while you're taking your short rest, I will allow you to investigate the temple further. At least where you are now.
Investigation check or perception or.
Well, you can use your religion again, or if you've got religion or arcana or whatever.
No.
Is that in that
What's
one?
in that one? No, I don't know. I don't know anything.
Okay. So what? I just feel a flashback from the library happening right now. You're going to walk towards the doorway. It's quite a wide doorway, about 40 feet, very wide.
Yep.
And you're going to lean in a little bit too close to it, and you're going to accidentally, you're moving too fast, and you're just going to take 1d4 bludgeoning damage. And your short rest is broken.
Hooray!
You guys see this happening. Tiefling and his horns, they're just not, you two aren't having a good time.
Just unbalanced, uncensored.
Yeah, you get a little bit hooked into the wall there. You're like,
We're never letting you research anything ever again.
It's a dangerous place.
except you're the one who's the danger here.
And to continue my spree of rolling 21 in total, I got a 21 in Arcana.
Okay, you sense some quite heavy ward magic here.
Excellent. Oh, the bard's not here. I can't try and make him walk forward through it. Hey, Morgai, you might want to just back it up a little
Well,
bit.
you're 21. The ward magic isn't trying to keep people out. It's trying to keep something from escaping.
Exactly. You might want to back up a minute. Something big ward, big magical no-no. Not for us to get in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Good.
Yeah. Yes.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
Right.
We're
So-
walking into a prison right here.
Zrusk,
Not for us.
what are you doing in your short rest to replenish yourself, your soul,
I'm praying and contemplating on the events so far.
and your thoughts are?
How could the light have blinded me so that I could not see the treachery in my own father's eyes?
Okay. Are you really truly asking your deity for guidance?
Yes.
Do a religion check.
Ooh, 23.
You experience a sense of peace, but it's quickly, it's almost like a signal that's been blocked. Because as soon as you try to do that, as soon as you feel this sort of peace coming over you, you feel deep uneasiness. And there's something just not sitting right with you right now. This place is cursed.
Well, that's uncomfortable.
Are you going to keep that to yourself?
Well, it's quite obvious it's cursed. Look at the walls. I'm not going to tell the others. They might get scared
Okay.
and lose heart.
This one is still probably stuck to the wall with his horn is still just like...
Can I try and just like pry myself, or like try and wriggle myself out
Is
of it?
anyone going to help him?
I'm fine. Got this. That's good.
I'm
okay.
preoccupied.
Fine. Don't you worry. Just give me
Okay.
5 minutes. Fine.
Yeah, eventually you do pull yourself away from the wall, and the rest of your short rest goes by without much event. And Rusk, if you're ready to go,
Yes.
go ahead. Where are you going? What are you doing?
You said there were stairs leading upwards.
Yep.
I want to get out of here.
While I looked in the water, did it look like it went anywhere, or is it just like a deep moat?
I would say, how familiar is Magnus with watery things?
In what sense?
In the sense that, would he recognize shallow water, deep water? I mean, it's very sweet. So the way it tasted, it sort of tells you that
from a freshwater source.
it's very fresh and it comes from somewhere quite pure, but potentially extremely deep.
Okay.
And you don't know where it goes, but yeah, this is desert. If there's going to be water, it's always going to be underground, or coming from a mountain or something, or along the coast.
Yeah, so it's stairs or swim, and I'm just going to look up the heavily armored paladin. I think I know which choice you're going to make.
He's going to swim, everyone.
No, he's going to have water breathing cast on him, drop down to the bottom, and walk like a classic kind of submariner.
Okay.
He will be our submarine. We'll kind of just cling onto his back as he kind of walks through.
All right, Zrask, so what are you choosing to do? Which way are you going to go?
I'm going up the stairs because I want to go up and out.
Well, our meat shield's going that way,
Yeah.
so I highly recommend we walk behind him and let him take all of the creepy stuff. Good plan?
I would put it a little bit nicer than. But yes, I see your point. Stairs.
You take the gnome, I'll take the child.
The gnome's quite
Sure.
happy to walk by herself. She's good.
Okay.
She's enthusiastic. She's excited. Yay! Cursed temple!
It's more of a like, make sure she doesn't stop at every different like indentation on the wall and kind of get her.
It's
keep
really
her moving.
difficult to get her to stop because she's utterly fascinated. So you guys walk up these stairs, and as you walk up, you notice that the light that was coming from the place you guys fell is not reaching this area at all, and it gets darker and darker and darker until it's completely pitch black.
We all have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. The gnome doesn't. she walks into everyone.
I pick up the gnome.
Okay.
Great thought. We can use it to trigger all the traps.
Do you say that
Unfortunately,
out loud?
I'm lawful good, which means I can't just throw her forward and see what happens.
To be honest, she's like, yay, throw me, I don't mind, I'll be fine.
I don't say it, but I think it really hard.
She seems quite happy to be thrown into the traps. Anyway, okay, so you with your dark vision eye are just about able to kind of see a little bit, but without a source of light. I mean, you still kind of need a bit of light to see in the dark.
Can I use a cantrip just to
So-
produce flame and just have a little
Yes,
ball of light?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so you're at the top of the steps. Morkai, can you describe how you do that?
Sure. So this sort of like white sort of clerical energy sort of forms into this ball of hot, white, radiant like fire, and just sort of like illuminates with my hands. I just sort of walk forward like this, and just sort of looking around the walls and sort of path that we go down.
Okay, so all of you see the cleric have this ball of light in their hand, and the room isn't exactly illuminated because actually the light doesn't reach the edges, and you feel like you're in a vast hall. Still the same kind of carvings all around, but from where you are, you can't see anything else. You just see stone floor.
Can I roll investigation, like with my light on, sort of see if there's any sort of stone flooring that seems particularly uneven or pressure platey or something along those lines of may trigger a trap or something?
Are you trying? Yeah. So you're checking for traps.
Yes.
Of perception.
Can we all join in on this? 'Cause none of us particularly want to, fall down another thing or have something dropped on us.
It's a 9.
It's completely safe here.
Cool.
Yeah, no, that's a 10. That's a 10.
Yep, so safe.
I got a 15.
You catch as the cleric is, moving around and waving their hand everywhere. Your eyes catch a reflection on the right and on the left.
Well, that's great that this temple is creepy as all, but it seems to be perfectly safe, right?
I was gonna say,
Let's
it's
just-
crazy.
We're quite lucky there's nothing here. Let's just keep going.
Sorry, a reflection.
There's reflections, as in your eye catches something glinting back,
I thought it
both
was
right
like
and left.
mirrors.
Yeah, I mean they are like mirrors, but they're on the ground.
Okay, I look right, I look left.
Well, you're gonna take the cleric's hand and just be like, over there.
What's that?
What's what?
That down there, glinting.
And you don't see anything at first. So you have to move your hand up and down a little bit.
Okay.
And then you catch that the floor has been flooded on the right-hand side. The edge of water.
Is it still flooding or is it just?
No, it's still, very still. Is that just the one side that you're looking at?
No, check the other one.
Okay, well the other one, it takes Morkai a few steps, and a few more steps, and a few more steps. And then you shine your fancy cleric light on a still pool.
Anyone else getting creepy vibes off the Temple of the Deep and they're just the water in general?
Yeah, I think that's an understate, yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of like part my arms, kind of Iron Man style, and just fire a blast at both pools, just to be safe. I mean, if something's going to attack us, it's going to attack us when we're not ready.
Yeah.
I feel like you
All
could
right.
be right on this
Boom!
in more ways than
You
one.
do
Fire a blast at
your
each.
blasts. What are you using? What are you casting?
Eldritch Blasts.
Right,
so just
Eldritch Blast.
A bolt in each
2
direction.
bolts, one from each hand, fly into the water.
Do I need to roll damage for these?
No, you're not rolling damage.
Ancient temple and...
Well, that's why I'm firing at the floor, not the walls, the floor.
But you
Into
hear-
the water.
I swear, that baby.
And then the room starts to shake. And it's a pretty big room. And then, who's looking what way?
I was trying to style out, so I'm just looking dead forward, just like, yep, I got this.
Alright, so you don't see anything.
Yeah, I think...
So
I think
in
just
that
looking
case,
from the path
you
that
can
we came
roll
from.
with perception with disadvantage, and you can roll perception. Just
9.
19.
19, Morkai. Your hand is shining over the right-hand side where one of the pools has flooded the room. And as you hear this and the shaking, you see a reptilian head come out of the water. And then another. And then another. And then another. And a great body clawing its way
Oh, these were big pools of water.
up to the top.
I, with the produce light that I have, I'm gonna hurl it at the thing.
Okay.
So I need to make a ranged spell attack for that.
So are these coming out of both pools or just
I'm
one?
going to say you're going to do that with advantage because as soon as you, with the light,
Just like-
you're going to go, there's no vision anymore. So you're going to do this, but you're going to be throwing it blind. So roll with disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Okay. I just
Yeah.
like a panicked like shriek, like,
Yeah.
and just stop, chuck
Yeah.
it. Disadvantage. That is a 17.
Okay. So you are going to hit one of the creature's heads.
Cool.
It's going to land smack bang in its face, and that ball of energy is going to illuminate the huge size of this beast.
It
And
Take.
it's 9 heads.
6 fire damage.
Going to roar. And that's where we'll finish the session. Join us again next time where we'll find out exactly what the party have got themselves into. Let us know what you thought of the episode. You can tweet us and find us on Instagram at ANA Podcast. Join us on facebook.com/ANA Podcast and keep tabs on us on Tumblr when you search Adventurers and Artists Official. We stream every other Wednesday, streaming live on twitch.tv/Adventurers and Artists, and all episodes can be found on demand via our website at adventurersанdartists.com, with audio versions released in the week between episodes. Don't forget to support the show via our Patreon at patreon.com/ANA Podcast. And whether you're part of the Wolfpack or a cleric of Dani, the inhabitants of Ulthornia appreciate any support you can offer. And finally, a big thank you to everyone who makes this show possible. Until next time.